with okay, so here's another thing on the positive side. As I've been like working towards like my transition and like coming to terms with everything and kind of just like really mulling everything over in my head, I found that I've been less dysphoric. Is that weird? At least like in like when I'm by myself, and like I still get like super dysphoric if I like notice my chest at all when I'm like out and about. But when I'm like at home and if I'm like in the shower or I get out of the shower, I don't know, maybe it's because I know I can change it and that it's gonna change. And before, it was really scary because it was driving me crazy that I was stuck with this body. And I guess now that I'm moving towards my transition and I have been following so many people's transition that I know it can change, and I think I've kind of, I don't know, it's put a little bit of ease in my mind. So when I look at myself, I can just accept that this is what I have right now. I can do what I can to make it look like how I want. Sooner or later, I'm not gonna have to do anything that's gonna be the body that matches. I think maybe that's helped. And I think maybe anyone who's like struggling with dysphoria, keep that in mind. I know transitioning isn't a possibility for everyone. And for the people that it's not, I think you just have to learn to accept yourself. And as hard as it is, whether FTM or MTF, the body that you have is what you have to work with. But I'd say be proud of that. I mean, you're working against yourself and that's a pretty intense thing to try and do, and it takes guts and a backbone. So I think you should, give yourself a little pat on the back for sticking up for yourself, even in the smallest ways. Just being who you are. Yeah. And for people who are on their way to transitioning, who are still super dysphoric, remind yourself that it's only temporary. You can change it. It's merely physical, and it can be changed with time. It's not going to be overnight, but I don't know, that helped me. Like, for the first time in my life, since I kind of came about this realization, I've had some positive to look forward to. And for the first time in my life, I can see myself being happy in the future. And that's exciting. I know I have a long way to go, but it's cool to have something to look forward to. I know we're always told to be present and be in the moment, but I think it's good to be able to look forward and not always look at your feet. You want to be able to see where you're going. And while you're trying to stay in the moment, it's good to try and look forward and know that things will change. That's the only constant in life, is that things will change. And from what I hear, eventually things things get better. I don't know if it's we get older and our minds finally stabilize and we're not so hormonal. I mean, I guess I'm 20, I'm supposed to be an adult, but so if you're still in the very beginning stages of your transition, know that you have something to look forward to. You don't need to hate what you have, because you only have to deal with it for the meantime, and you can't change it. I don't know if any of that made sense or it helped at all. Anyway, that's my little, actually probably pretty big blab about shit. I will talk to y'all later. Feel free to message me. That's what you do. Message me random shit. I don't care. Ask me your most embarrassing questions. I'm not a judgmental person. I am not allowed to judge. I've done shitty stuff and stupid stuff and a lot of it. Okay, so talk to me. You're all wonderful, and I love you all, and have wonderful meantimes.